Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to improvise over Kenny Garrett's Happy People using two scales. We're going to look at some rhythmic devices which we can borrow from the head melody, as well as look at how we can construct a good solo and get you confident in terms of your improvisation. And hopefully by the end of this video you'll be a happy person yourself. What you see in front of you is a structure, if you will, of the Happy People song, which you're going to be improvising over. So you've got 8 bars here of A minor, A minor, let's call it A minor. You've got A minor 9 and A minor 7, so they're just different colors, different sounds of the same A minor chord. You've got that for 8 bars. Then you've got 2 bars of F major 7. Then you've got 2 bars of D minor 7, and then you go back to 4 bars of the A minor chord. So for the A minor sound, we're looking at something like this. So you've got that A minor 9 sound. This is the B. So it gives the A minor chord that quality when you add that 9th in there. B is the 9th degree of the A minor scale if you go up the octave. Then you've got the A minor 7 sound, which is essentially that G note, concert G. So whenever you see a chord symbol with a number next to it, a 9 or a 7, what that refers to is the note in the scale that's added to the chord. Then it goes to the F major 7. Here's an F major, and here's our F major 7. Concert E gives the F major 7 that lovely relaxed sound here. D minor chord here. That concert C is going to give us our D minor 7 sound. Here's just D minor by itself. Here's D minor 7. So they are the 4 chords that hone in and give us our template, harmonic template, if you will, to play the song. So first of all, let's start with the scale. Now this one here is an A minor Dorian scale, and this is what it goes like. Dorian scale is the 2nd degree modal-wise of G major. So let me play G major. So what I'm doing is the 2nd degree is I'm moving up to the 2nd note of the scale, but then when I move up to the 2nd note of the scale, I'm just continuing that same scale, but instead of starting on G, I start on A, and that's why we get this sound. It's a really popular minor scale. A lot of jazz, a lot of rock musicians, a lot of blues musicians use this scale for improvisation because it's very versatile. It's got this, the natural 6th, in this case the F sharp. That F sharp note comes in very handy if you want to create a lovely ambience in terms of your soloing. In the 2nd section, if you will, our A natural minor. It's an A natural minor scale. It's the relative minor of C major, and it's also known as an A Aeolian mode. So we're still in the modes. A Aeolian is the 6th degree of C major. So I'm going to play the scale again, and I'm going to really emphasize the C major quality. So we're taking C major, we're starting on the 6th note, and we're continuing our scale. We're looking at modal playing here. A minor Dorian for this first section, and our A natural minor or A Aeolian scale for our second one. Now, the only difference between these two scales is the sixth. So for the Dorian mode, you've got that natural sixth there, which gives us out that quality. But with the A Aeolian, you've got a minor sixth, which gives you that quality. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's the difference? There's only one note which separates the scales. Why am I talking about this? Well, in the context of the piece, it matters quite a lot. So I'm going to play the two scales, and I'm going to show you why they're really important as to why you should use those two specific scales in the two specific sections when it comes to your solo. Okay, so they're the two scales. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play A minor Dorian over all of the solo section, and just to make a point as to why A Dorian mode shouldn't be played in the second section. Okay, so do you notice there was a clash? When I played F sharp, that natural F sharp, over the F major chord, there's a massive clash. The reason why is because my first chord in the second section is F major 7. Then I've got an F sharp. That F sharp is clashing majorly with that F major 7. It doesn't sound like it fits. The reason why is because here's F, here's my F sharp. They're close together. It's not a nice quality for the F major 7 sound. Now when I go to D minor 7, the F changes context. The F is no longer the root note of an F major 7. The F is now the minor third of D minor 7. So if I play the chord. So here's my D minor 7. Again, if I'm playing that F sharp. So the F sharp doesn't work on any of those two chords. Next up is how you can solo using those scales with a rhythmic template. So what I do is this. Da 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 da. I'm going to take that rhythm as a template, but I'm going to be substituting notes from the melody and putting in my own ones using the A minor Dorian or the A natural minor. So you notice when I'm playing there, I was leaving the same gaps in between the melody, like I did for the melody. I was leaving the same gaps, but I can easily do this. I can actually play the solo, that phrase, that melodic, rhythmic phrase, but without any gaps. You can do that, but after a while it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? So you want to change it up. So this is where I use a lot of space in the playing. So when I'm soloing, what I'm doing is just improvising as well as the notes I'm improvising. I'm also improvising the space and the sound in between to give my solo just a little bit more intrigue. So I'm going to do the same solo again with the same phrase, but I'm going to add some different spaces. I might even add some other rhythms, maybe some crotchets in there, maybe minims. Now, I mentioned about using other rhythms. When it comes to improvising, you shouldn't look at it as a set pattern and just playing the same pattern. You really should be looking at other ways in how you can use rhythm and melody. And what you do with that, before you do that, is you have to experiment. So you have to go with the backing track or metronome or wherever it is and just work some ideas out yourself. So I'm using lots of notes that are close together. A, G, and F sharp, because they're close together in the scale, so it makes sense to use those as well. Some intervals of thirds, so arpeggiated. Solo, I think sound really, really good, is the use of the quavers, and its use of compound quavers, i.e. swung quavers. Now I'm going to swing those rhythms, so swing the quavers, make them compound, so it fits in more with the groove of the backing track. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh gosh, I can't do that at the moment, I can't play that fast. What I did to build up the tempo, or the speed, if you will, of this one is I just broke up the quaver rhythms into sections. So rather than playing as one big chunk, I separated them like this. Putting in some crotchet rhythms. And also, I'm doubling up some notes as well. With enough practice, you're going to be able to get there just as easier than I did when I was working on my soloing. Okay, so for the final part of the video, we're going to put all of the elements together in regards to our solo. We're going to put the two scales, the A minor Dorian mode with the A natural minor mode. We're going to put in some of the rhythmic devices that I showed you in this video. Well, there it is, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the video on how to solo over Kenny Garrett's Happy People. Do go over parts of the video that you're not sure of, or you just want to have confirmation on. The most important thing is that when it comes to you recording your solo, is that you're comfortable and you're willing to give it a go. And you have to remember, when it comes to soloing and improvisation, there's no such thing as a wrong note or a mistake. You can easily cover things up. The audience won't know about it. Seriously, there's plenty of gigs where I've misread a chord thinking, oh, it's this, and then realize it's not this, and then resolving what I'm playing to what it should be, and then everyone's going, oh, wasn't that an amazing solo? It's like, of course it was, I meant to do it all along, when I didn't really. Be brave, experiment, find your style, find what works for you. It's a very, very challenging solo, but it's worthwhile because it's really getting you into thinking of modes and patterns, and hopefully break you out of some of that mold in regards to your soloing.